The number one rule
Yes.
that every human in the world should do when they're online dating, before you go on a date with them, you have to FaceTime. It will cut the fat. It will get rid of all the humans that, most of the ones that are married or live in a frat house. And if they say, no, I don't want to FaceTime before, like I'm not here for it, or I don't have FaceTime, that's my favorite.
Then we're not going out.
And I would say it from like the get-go. As soon as like you're matched or whatever, and be like, P.S. if we're ever going to meet, we have to FaceTime.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be today, but like we can like plan it out.
It's kind of like the real estate agents that like take their picture and they look amazing and then they show up and they're aged like 42 years and they have no hair.
So it's part of that. It's part of like, oh, do they really look like themselves, whatever. But also, FaceTiming's awkward. It gets that first date awkwardness out of the way, because then when you meet, you've already kind of met in face-to-face.
I like that.
So that's it makes it so much more comfortable.
Sometimes life just sucks, and sometimes it freaking rocks. We will discuss all the things from family and real estate to travel and just life in general. So take a seat, or don't, you do you, and welcome to the Lumbadass Podcast.
Welcome to the Lumbadass Podcast, Ms. Laura. It's actually Mrs. Laura because you're married. I don't know why I keep saying Ms. when I'm introducing people.
That's all right.
It's weird. I have to tell our listeners that we have been friends like for 30 years.
Ew.
You're welcome.
I don't like that.
I don't like it because that means that we're old.
Oh, no.
But the fact that we've been friends for nearly 30 years is pretty incredible. We met in freshman year. Do you remember where we met?
Ooh.
I remember. It's okay.
In front of the, like where the gym is?
I love you. No, we met in English class.
Oh.
9th grade English class. You helped me with my cheer. Do you remember
that? Oh, yeah.
That's the best.
Totally.
And then I made the cheer team and it was lovely. So thank you. Thank you again for that. I'm so excited to have you here today, though, because I love talking all things. And when I was like, I want to have you on my podcast, are you available on Friday? And you surprisingly were. I was like, what do you want to talk about? And you said something I was not anticipating you saying because, because I know that you are all things reality TV. So I was like, for sure, we're going to talk about that.
For sure. And we can.
I'm here for it. But you said online dating, and I love talking about online dating because I'm kind of enamored by it. When I started dating Sweetie Pie, that wasn't a thing.
No.
When did online dating start? Do you know?
I feel like it was like Match or eHarmony back in the day, but like we were probably in high school.
Okay, so it's been around a long time.
But not like that, there was no apps.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so I want to know all the things. Okay, just for good measure, you are married.
I am.
You have an incredible husband. I love him.
We'll keep him.
So much. Yeah, we definitely need to keep him. He is a love. Even Sweetie Pie loves him. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
So, however, before you were married to him,
Yes.
you were on dating apps all the time. Tell
All
me.
the things.
Okay, so tell me, what was your favorite dating app and why?
Okay. They're all the same.
Really?
And people will say they're not, and one's for hooking up, and one's for, finding your husband. No.
Yes.
You go
I
on.
feel like Grindr's a little bit different than the rest of them.
Well, Grindr is if you're looking for same-sex partners.
Okay, so can
You can also do that on all of them.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
But I don't think straight people can
go on Grindr.
go on Grindr.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so, unless it's changed, but
Okay, so men and women can go on Grindr.
yeah.
I don't mean to be ignorant.
Back in the day, it used to just be guys.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now it's for both, but now like Tinder and Bumble and Hinge have
all
gay options.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, good. I think that they should cater to everybody.
Totally.
So, so they're all the same.
You go on all of them, it's the same humans, same faces that you just saw on the other app,
Shut up.
Maybe like the ones you have to pay for are a little different, but the three main ones,
What are the three main ones?
Bumble and Tinder and Hinge.
Okay.
And I guess, what is
What?
it called? Plenty of Fish. That used to have like the worst rep before Tinder came out. Now that one has like the worst rep.
Tinder has the worst rep?
That's what people say. Like, oh,
You're on Tinder,
You're on
so
there
you
just
just
to
want
hook
to
up. Yeah.
Okay.
But literally, it's the same faces. It's the same humans.
But isn't Plenty of Fish like a Christian one?
That's what you would think. And I think that's what their jam was in the beginning. And I think
They were like, this isn't getting us
Yeah.
anywhere? Oh, very interesting. So nobody goes on Match or eHarmony?
I think they do. It's just like it's like a 170 question situation. And people get halfway through and they're like, this is crap.
What kind of questions are they asking? Now I'm intrigued.
I've never done it.
Oh.
But I know people that have and have had success, but I know people who have had success at all the things.
Okay. So did you meet Justin online?
I did.
Really?
I met him on Tinder.
I feel like I didn't know that. And I, by the way, went to her wedding. So let's start there. So you met on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah. Okay. So what do you love about online dating and what do you hate about online dating? Start with the hate. Let's do bad first.
I don't really hate anything about online dating if you do it right. I think there's ways to do it right and there's ways to do it wrong.
Tell me more. What are the wrong ways to do online dating? Sending dick pics. We've gone over this before with Nicole.
Yes. Or if someone sends you one, bye, you know. But before they send you a dick pic, most likely in their profile, they were shirtless in a bathroom.
Okay. This I've heard.
Those go hand in hand.
I've heard this.
So don't talk to that human.
Okay. So who is talking to that human? Because this seems to be the general consensus amongst people I talk to.
Girls just want to bang it out.
You know? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they're like, okay, if you show me your peep, I know that you just want to have... Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't need to show myself for David to know that I'm down.
No.
Okay. Just completely different.
It's a whole different animal. But I think not most people, a lot of people go on there for like a relationship. And so if that guy is in the bathroom with his shirt off taking a selfie, and most likely it says only picture that he has, which is a red flag, just keep swiping. Okay. But if you're just there to like hook up, then
do your thing.
Swipe right.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I would say, what are things when you were, okay, and then what's the thing that you love the most? Sorry, I get ADD.
I think you learn so much like about like yourself and what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. And I was coming out of a divorce and then a relationship after that and coming out of that. So I was like, I know exactly what I want. And then I got to like meet all these humans who most of them were like good people.
Are you still friends with any of them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because Nicole on my team, she loves online dating. And she's like, I'm friends. And I'm like, you don't need any more friends. You have plenty of friends. But she like loves these people.
I wouldn't say like friends, like I hang out with them, but I'm still friends with them on social media. I like will talk to my girlfriends like that are single, like, hey, you should go out with this guy. You know, like keep them around so they can
go out with other people.
Yeah. I tested them for you. You're welcome.
They're great or they're not. Right. I love that.
That didn't work out.
So how many people do you think that you went out with online before you met Justin? Oh, this is edited. So if you want to cut this part out, just tell me and we won't tell anybody else.
I don't care. I don't even know. There was 1 week specifically that I had 9 dates in 1 week.
Okay, that is not that surprising to me because I know people who would go on breakfast, lunch, dinner, and coffee dates.
Yeah, it's a full-time job, really.
Okay, I've heard that too. Yeah. So is it exhausting?
It is, but like I said, I feel like if you do it the right way and you're not wasting your time or their time and you prep like how you're going to... I had a lot of rules beforehand.
Okay, so go into all this.
Okay. The number one rule
yes,
that every human in the world should do when they're online dating, guys and girls, before you go on a date with them, you have to FaceTime.
Okay.
It will cut the fat. It will get rid of all the humans that, most of the ones that are married or live in a frat house or
live with their parents.
And if they say, no, I don't want to FaceTime before, like I'm not here for it, or I don't have FaceTime, that's my favorite. That's fine. I have Google Duo, I have FaceTime, I have Facebook, Instagram, you know, how all these places, Snapchat you can call people on. So there's venues to do it. So if they say no, then okay.
Then we're not going out.
And I would say it from like the get-go. As soon as like you're matched or whatever, and be like, P.S. if we're ever going to meet, we have to FaceTime.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be today, but like we can like plan it out, you know.
And that's just to alleviate any, it's kind of like the real estate agents that like take their picture and they look amazing and then they show up and they're aged like 42 years and they have no hair. Okay.
So it's part of that. It's part of like, oh, do they really look like themselves, whatever. But also, FaceTiming is awkward. Even if you and I are FaceTiming, it's awkward. You know?
And we have FaceTimed before, by the way.
I'm sure, yeah, we have. But it's like, it gets that first date awkwardness out of the way because then when you meet, you've already kind of met in face-to-face.
I like that.
So that's it makes it so much more comfortable.
Okay.
Also, we girls don't look as good in real life than we do on our profiles. That's a fact. Boys, 99.9% look way better in real life. I would say 1 out of the maybe 100 humans that I went out with looked less
attractive
than their picture. But almost all of them look so much better in person.
Why
because
is that?
boys don't know how to take pictures. They're just like, or they're wearing sunglasses and a hat. And like, well, first of all, everyone looks good in sunglasses and a hat. So if a lot of their pictures are that, there better be one without.
Okay.
But then you're going to FaceTime, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, unless they're wearing the hat and the sunglasses in the FaceTime, then we have an issue.
Which my husband did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Doesn't he know the rules?
We hung up and I said, oh, that was effing pointless because you were wearing glasses and a hat.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so hats and glasses are a big no-no.
If like 6 out of their 7 pictures are hats and glasses.
Well, and Justin has a full head of hair. So did you tell him take that shit off so you could see him?
I mean, if we want to talk about Justin's online profile.
I do.
Fast.
I do. I would love to. Poor Justin. Sorry, honey.
Oh, he knows because I've said it so many times.
Okay, well, good.
So I think at that time you had like 7 pictures you could put or 9 or something.
Uh-huh.
Well, all of them were terrible. Like I wasn't even going to swipe right on him except for the last picture was a picture of him and his mom. You could tell it was older, like he was like a little younger. But like I was like, oh, he's actually like he could be cute. Like that was a potentially cute picture of him. And then so I swiped right only on that last picture, and it was of him and his mom. And
you really swiped right because of his mom being in the picture, and you're like, she looks just like my mother,
yes,
and we're gonna get along.
Yeah, she's my bestie.
So her mother-in-law and her mother look so similar, and they like hang out and do shit. Like your mother-in-law loves you.
They like FaceTime in the bathtub.
I'm here for that. They being your mom.
Our moms.
Okay, not your husband and his mom.
That would be a red flag.
That's why I want to make sure we clarified that shit before we moved on.
That would be bad.
Okay, so but obviously he looked okay enough in the first 6 photos for you to scroll to the 7th.
I do that. I like to look at all of them.
Okay, you don't discriminate by just
because
the
I
first.
also know he was probably the 50th, 60th date I'd been on. So
Sure.
like I know that boys don't take good pictures.
Oh, okay. So. Oh my gosh. And he is so handsome, by the way.
I know. When I saw him in real life, I was like, are you effing kidding me? Like, and I was glad. I was like, I'm so grateful that you take shitty pictures because.
Could you imagine all the other women? Yeah. He would have been snapped up right before you even got to him.
I was only like his 3rd online date.
Perfect.
Love that.
3rd time's a charm.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys look better in person than girls.
Definitely.
I feel that way even about myself currently. Like when I film, I'm like, oh shit, do I really look that heavy?
Heavy?
Oh yeah, my face looks heavy.
Oh,
and then
brother.
yeah, I'm like, Billy, we got to up high angle down, homeboy, like every time. Yeah.
Always the angle.
But even the videos. Sorry, Billy. I love that you up high angle down though, so it's amazing. Sweetie Pie's well trained also.
Well, yeah.
At this point, he should be. Okay, so what other things about dating online? I was going to say, should I know? I don't need to know shit. But should somebody that is looking to get into online dating, or maybe is newly divorced? Because I know that that's really difficult. Like going from a divorce, very similar. The guy that you were dating before Justin, did you meet him online as well?
No.
Okay.
In the wild.
In the wild. Okay. That's very interesting too, because I feel like that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. And a lot of people are, especially our age, they're busy or you have kids or you have a job and you're not going in the wild as much as we were in our 20s.
That's true.
So I didn't have kids, and so I met someone in the wild.
Oh, very true. But he did have kids.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, maybe more guys are more prone to going out in the wild when they have kids and women just aren't. I have no idea. Is that a thing? Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so you didn't meet him online. But like if somebody who was just getting out of a divorce or a really long relationship was looking to go online, like what would you suggest and what would you suggest they stay away from?
Well, before I answer that, I would say if you want to do more in the wild situations, what I tell guys, go to a country concert. I don't care if you hate country.
Okay.
There's hot single women all over a country concert. Just do it.
Fair enough.
That's so smart.
That's a great piece of advice.
And for women, go to a bar that has football all day on a Sunday.
Okay.
Or a Thursday or whatever, because there's a lot of men out there.
Okay, so women should go to bars, sports bars.
Or even if it's like a restaurant that has a bar in it that has football playing.
Sure.
But it's such a thing. My best friend met her fiance at the pub that,
in Chino Hills?
On opening day of football. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey girl, hey. And they
hit it off and
they go out.
Yeah.
That is.
And you don't have to know anything about football. I mean, she's a professional. But I'm not, but
I love football, so I would be totally here for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so for somebody who was like, I don't want to meet in the wild, I know what I want, I'm going to put exactly what it is that I want and post the best pictures of me ever. I'm going, like, where do we start? What do we do? Like, what's too much dating? What's not enough dating? Like,
so I think that everyone needs a full body shot.
okay.
I think it's fair for everyone.
And
I don't think that I necessarily did it,
Okay.
but then they would ask.
I want to see your whole body.
Yeah. And that's fair, right? Because also, like, they're probably lying about how tall they are. And so I might
Were you
look
trying to get away
skinnier.
from how tall you are?
Oh, no, I'm talking about men.
Oh, okay.
Will mostly lie about how tall they are by a couple inches.
So like I'm 6'3", and then you show up
yeah.
and they're 5'2".
Totally. Or like 5'10", yeah.
Oh.
You can't, like, I mean, why are you lying? I'm going to meet you.
Well, and maybe they think that they're not, and maybe they think that they're just going to have like...
Yeah, a pen pal. And that is so annoying.
Okay, because that is a thing, right?
That is a thing. So you want to get out of the pen pal thing right away. So, because right when you match, you can start texting your messaging on the app.
Okay.
Get out of the app. Get the phone number, text. And if they're not going to meet you within like the next week or two, you don't need any more friends. Or like, it's a lot of work when you're talking to all these different people and you're like, wait, what does he do? Where does he live again? What's going on?
You forget.
Yeah. So like either you want to meet me or you don't. And a lot of these guys just like the ego stroking and they want to just stay in the apps or stay texting and not actually end up meeting.
Do you think they're married?
Some of them for sure are, yeah.
Real, and they're just looking for the ego strokes?
Yeah.
Stop.
So gross.
So do you think that a couple of the guys that you met online were married?
I think one specifically was, yeah.
Stop it. What makes you think that? This is so good. Tell me the story.
He kind of like, we had like a really good date. It was only supposed to be an hour on his lunch break. Oh, I don't know if I want to talk about this. I just like had the date in my head right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but nobody's gonna know. Will people know? Do you know who this is?
No, it's just the story that I
Okay.
remembered.
Okay. So you met and it was a long date.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like an hour on his lunch break, and then it ended up being like a 7-hour date.
Oh,
and then
shit.
we went to
like he
another
never went
place.
back to work?
Yes.
Did he get fired?
I don't know, because I never heard from him again.
Okay.
But after that place, we went to another place and had dinner, and we just had like great talks. He like texted me on his drive home, and then never heard from him again.
Shut
so either
up.
he's dead or he's married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dead or married. There is no in
There is
between.
no in between.
He didn't find somebody else.
Well, it was like we were texting like every day for like a couple weeks before we met. So it wasn't just like, hey, we matched. Oh, let's meet today. It was like we did the FaceTime thing. We did all the things, and then later I saw him on another app.
So we know he's not dead.
He lied about. Oh yeah, so he's not dead. He lied about how many kids he had, like with originally. And so I was like, well, that's either you just lie and say you don't have kids, or you don't lie about the number of kids you have.
Yeah, because if you have 1 or 6, well, I guess it would depend on their ages.
Yeah. And if there's like 6 with 6 moms.
Yes, for sure. That would be like, wait a minute. That's a lot. That's a lot of baby mama drama that you just don't want to deal with. Could you even imagine?
No. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Good.
And then, okay, wait, but I still have more questions.
Yeah.
So you saw him on another dating app and you hit him up?
No, I didn't. I just saw his app said.
Oh,
how many
I
kids?
have 4 kids.
Right.
When
I
before
think
he
it
said
was 4
1.
and he said 2. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Or maybe from the time that he was on the site that you saw him, he had 2
it
more.
It was like a month. So maybe, but probably not.
Maybe he found out about 2 more.
But also it was something about like back then, I don't know how it is now, but you could see like, let's say you're on the app right now and it says Lauren is 2 miles away.
Okay.
So he lived like in like Temecula. And he worked in Eastville. So I remember like I could go on the app and see like, oh, he's in Eastville. It just didn't add up with like his mileage and where he said he lived and where it just didn't. It was shady. And when we did the FaceTime, it was at his office, which sometimes I'm okay with because you get to see a little bit about them.
Sure.
But also I want you to like give me a tour of your house.
So you want to see them and you're like, show me your fucking bedroom.
Give me a tour of your house. Yeah. You can see if there's a picture of his wife on the wall. You can see if they have 4 male roommates or 4 girl roommates, or if they live in a frat house, if they're messy. You can learn a lot about the tour, but they just like, oh yeah, I'll show you, you know.
Really? Because I would be like, this is my safe space. Like, no, we're not there yet.
Or just like give me, you know, if you're like obsessed with like a clean bathroom, like show me your bathroom. It doesn't have to be like the whole house, but
Okay. I can totally see why you would do that. As a 20-year veteran of being married, I would be like, absolutely not. You're not seeing my room.
there was a few times where I was like, I should have done the house tour.
Really?
Yeah. Just
Why?
because it's like you get in their car and you're like,
Like they didn't even clean out their car?
yeah.
Okay, so check it. We went out to dinner with some friends on Sunday, like with the Hunters and everybody. And we were picking up Matt and Lisa. And before we went to pick them up, David drove the car through the car wash. Like,
Yeah.
if we're just picking up our friends that way and you're going out on a date,
Totally.
homie, take your car through the freaking car wash.
Justin's literally at the car wash right now because we're driving a Big Bear for me to do a wedding. Who's going to see the car?
Yeah, exactly. David does the same thing too. And then here I am in my dress trying to vacuum out the passenger side. I'm like, bro, can we just go pick up the Hunters, please? It was hilarious. That is awesome. Okay. So since you are the expert at all things, what's one last piece of advice that you would suggest somebody do and or not do when it comes to online dating? Because I'm sure there's a million things that you should do and should not do.
This is not really about like what they should or shouldn't do, but I think like it's really important on your first date. If you're like going into this for like a relationship, that's what you're looking for. Have the hard kid conversation on the first date. And a lot of people would say like that's taboo to ask like, do you want children? But I think that you don't want to fall in love with this person and they're like, surprise, I do or I don't want kids, and it's the opposite of what you feel.
Do you think people lie though?
But what does that benefit? Oh, you mean like just to like hook up with them?
Not even that, but just like, well, do you want kids? And then I would say, are you out of your mind? No, because I'm 40 and I don't want any more children. And then they're like, yeah, I could do without having kids. And then great. And then you get in this amazing relationship. And then they're
5
like,
years later, they're
I
like,
really want kids. And you took that away from me. And here I am
Right.
freaking 45 and you want these kids.
Yeah.
Do you think people do that?
I had to ask Justin like 7 dates in a row. I would ask him.
So he's probably
just to
thinking,
make
you're
sure.
a lunatic.
Just to make sure. I was like, I'm liking you and I don't want to like you
If you really want kids.
Yeah.
Is Justin older or younger than you?
just 1 year older.
Oh, okay. And Justin doesn't have any kids.
No, he's never even lived with a woman before.
What?
I know.
Did he move straight from his
Probably
mom's
a
house?
murderer for sure.
But he's so, okay, you guys, this is like mind blowing to me because he is so handsome.
Yeah.
He's so sweet. He is such a nice human being. And he's a great husband.
But he like travels a lot, and I think that's why he didn't meet anybody, because
That's a good
I think
point.
a lot of girls don't like that. I'm busy with my businesses, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand is he didn't change his location on his trips, which I would have totally done.
Uh-huh.
Because he travels all over the United States. He could have gone on all these kind of dates all over the place.
That would have been so
but
fun.
He never did that. I'm like, well,
He only stayed
I
right
win.
where he wanted to be.
yeah. So it took us like a little bit to like figure out a date. I blew him off for like a few months, but
Why?
before I met him, I was just having fun like online dating, and
And he wanted something serious and he knew
no, it was a day of our date, and I just was kind of like into someone that I had just met. And I was like, I'm going to give this guy 30 days and see
what's going on.
Yeah. And then like poor Justin, he would like text me and be like, hi, do you want to go to like the Angels game tonight? Or do you want to go to this place? And I just wouldn't even respond. Like, how terrible.
Why did he keep coming around?
Well, then he did it for like 2 months, and then like it was right before Stagecoach, and he was like, hi, remember me? And I had him saved under Cute Human from Rancho.
Cute human. Last name Rancho.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay. And then we finally met up like the next week.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
And I called my mom after the date and I said, I'm going to marry him.
You did? And what did she say?
She was like, okay.
I love Peg. She's the best.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Okay, so one thing I forgot to tell you is that if you're doing like hardcore online dating, I had a first date outfit that I wore on every first date.
I'm dying.
It was my favorite outfit.
What did it look
It was for
like?
different seasons. Like there was one for like if it winter and one if it was like, spring.
Obviously.
It was like off the shoulder, didn't show too much boob.
Okay.
Don't want to show all the things.
Yep.
And like some jeggings or something and boots,
Cute.
And I wore that. I had it in several different colors. But I wore that on every outfit to the point where I would go to like the grocery store and run into a friend and they're like, oh, you have a date today.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're going on a
You're
first
going on
date.
a first date.
That's cute.
And then you have one for the second date and the third date. So you don't have to like think about, did that person see me in this outfit? Did I already wear that? It's like,
That's true because you're dating a bunch of people, but I would assume
doing it a bunch, like if you're doing like that 9 in a week, it's great.
That's very
You have to
true.
keep it in your car. At the time, I worked at a salon, so I would keep it in my car in case someone was like, hey, like, do you want to meet up today?
You are out of control. That is hilarious. So you would wear that. Okay, but that makes perfect sense to me because unless they're dating as much as you are, then they probably don't remember what the hell you were wearing on the first date.
But what if the second date is like in 2 days?
That's true.
You know, it's sometimes, most of the time. Also, I'm not going to leave a date unless like, or I'm not going to go out with you again unless like you've kind of made a reference to us meeting up again or making plans. The first time I met my husband, he's like, I want to see you tomorrow.
Oh,
you know? And,
did he say that?
Yeah, and I had darts because I'm white trash. And and he came.
Darts, like
to
where you
my
go and
dart
throw the
league.
darts?
Yeah, I was in a dart league.
A dart league. Stop right
How
there.
do you not know this?
Okay, wait. I know about bowling leagues.
Oh, I've never done that, but
Girl, I did that shit in the 6th grade. I'm not even joking.
yeah, and then you go like Laughlin and do all the things.
Well, I didn't do that, but I mean, because I was in 6th grade,
Right.
so nobody wants a 6th grader in Laughlin. Hell, I don't even want myself in Laughlin at my age now. But okay, darts. So you were on like a team.
I was in a dart league.
What was your
You know
team
the man?
name?
You know the man who married us?
Yes.
He was my dart husband. He was my partner.
Stop. Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
What was your team name?
Cuffs and cuts because he was a cop and I'm a hairdresser.
Girl, so look at Billy's laughing. So
For years,
brilliant.
I did that. And then Justin came to my, what do you call it? A dart
Your dart
match?
league.
I don't know. The next day, and I was like, well, you can see me, but I have darts, and you can't watch me.
Why?
So I made him like sit in the bar, and like there's like a room. It was at Bleachers. Okay.
Well, still.
Shout out to Bleachers. And so he would like come in and like bring me drinks and stuff, but I wouldn't let him watch me because it makes me nervous.
Okay, and you didn't want to suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got first place that year.
Did you? Okay, wait. Can we go back? So you would travel for darts?
Yeah. Well, just to Laughlin for like the tournament at the end of the season.
Okay, so at the end of the season, it's
Sounds so ridiculous. I love it. I mean, it was a
Did you
fun
have
time in my
matching
life.
shirts and
yes,
stuff?
We did.
I am here
Yeah.
for all of this.
Yeah.
Darts.
Darts.
Billy.
Dark, seedy room. Like you win
We
money.
have to look into this.
It's a
You
real
win
thing.
money?
You win money because you have to play. You have to put in money every week to be in the league, and then at the end, you win. If I think it's just first and second that wins, but
My mind is blown. Dart League. I'm putting that on my agenda.
yeah. So on my dating profile, it was like
Can't go out with you on Tuesdays because I have Dart League.
entrepreneur, hairdresser, dart girl, wannabe Miranda Lambert singer, like
Did it really say all that?
yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all. And I love it. You could be Miranda Lambert's like backup singer for sure. Okay. I love all the advice that you have given. You are incredible. Thank you so much for coming and talking to me about online dating. I think it's so awesome that there is this avenue that people who want to get married and want a relationship, or if they just want to hook up, I'm so grateful that that's out there for people to utilize. I think it's awesome. But again, I'm still mind blown because I met my husband on the freeway, and that's really the wild, wild.
Yeah.
Like that's the wild, wild west,
That
if
is
you
the
ask
wild.
me. So thank you for coming. I appreciate you and I adore
Thanks for
you.
having me.